The following audio may contain the personal testimonials of some Optavia coaches or clients of Optavia. The results relayed in these messages are based on the unique experiences of the participants, and we cannot guarantee like or similar outcomes. While you may be inspired by these accounts, please note that any stories of success have not been verified and your individual path to optimal health will vary. As always, it is our recommendation that you consult with a healthcare provider before starting a weight loss program. Yours in health, the Optavia team.
Well, hey guys, I'm excited that you get a chance to stick around and for the next 30 minutes, we're going to be sharing some amazing transformation stories. And tonight, we're featuring a special couple of guests. We are going to be talking to 4 dental professionals, and they're going to be sharing a little bit more about how their background in becoming a professional in the dental industry prepared them for the journey ahead. And they're going to talk a little bit more about how they have used our health coaching program and our health coaching business opportunity to create more health and well-being in their life. And so I can't wait for you guys to stick around and hear these amazing transformation stories, because these 4 gals are going to get you inspired and motivated to create your best life. Now, my background is I'm not a dental professional. I have a little bit of fear of going to the dentist, but I know it's a habit of health, and so I get a chance to go. But my story is that I started this health coaching program 10 years ago, and I ended up losing 100 pounds on it. And I too became a health coach, not because I thought I'd ever be a health coach in my life, but I knew that I wanted to get healthier, and I knew that if I helped other people to get healthier, like my family and my friends, I too would get healthier. And that's where it started. In 10 years since then, I've helped about 1,000 people personally to go through a healthy lifestyle change. And it's just been an amazing, rewarding opportunity. And it's my honor tonight to get a chance to share with you a little bit about our program and to interview our amazing transformation stories. Now, you may know this already, but our amazing journey has almost been close to 4 decades. We have been working together with individuals to create health and well-being in their life, and we've got almost 40 years of medical research. And our founding co-founder, Dr. Wayne Scott Anderson, actually co-founded our organization, Optavia, and it came out of this amazing medical history. He was the valedictorian of his medical class. He was the 10th physician board certified in critical care, and he actually spent 2 decades in critical care medicine. But what he found is that he was not able to do what he really wanted to do, and that was he wanted to help people to learn how to create health in their life. And he was not able to do that in this model of traditional care. So what he did is he left. Him and his wife, Lori, ended up leaving critical care. His wife was a nurse anesthetist, and they went into creating this amazing journey to create optimal health and well-being coaching through Optavia. Now our company has been around almost for the world of health coaching. Our parent company, Medifast, has been around for almost 40 years. And our mission was to get America healthy and then the world. And we're on that journey. Dr. Anderson has now equipped almost 20,000 health coaches to be able to create a healthier world. And we're now taking this to the next level by helping people to overcome the barriers and to challenge themselves to climb the mountain of optimal health, and using health and lifestyle coaching and relationships and community to help individuals to overcome those barriers so that they're not doing it alone. Our tagline is called Lifelong Transformation, one healthy habit at a time. Because what you'll see inside of our logo is that there's 24 different radians in that circle. And what we're all about with Optavia, which stands for the optimal way of living, is helping people to create more optimal days and to create more optimal well-being in their life. And by providing them a coach and a support system and a lifestyle program that's physician-led and a very structured and simple nutrition plan, we can help them to overcome those challenges. Now, many of you know that there's this huge epidemic out there. We need more people that are willing to help others to get healthier, because almost 71% of Americans are now overweight and obese. We need more people, health professionals and lay people like myself, to step into the role of health coaching, simply to be able to help our family members and friends and coworkers to learn how to live a healthy lifestyle, because it's not working the way it's currently being done. We need to change the model of healthcare, and that's why we have so many amazing health professionals that are joining our organization is because they see the clinical studies, they see the scientific research, they see the quality of leadership, and they see this 4-component lifestyle program that we're offering. And the 4 components are comprised of an Optavia coach that's working one-on-one, meeting the individual client where they're at. A lifestyle program called The Habits of Health, which is written by Dr. Wayne Anderson. And this program is the educational tool. It's the educational program that's a self-study program that the individual client that's using our program is using to learn more and to become more so that they can achieve more in their health. You see, our program is not a weight loss program. Even though weight loss is actually one of the reasons why people come to us, our program is actually a program that teaches people to create optimal health and well-being in their life so that they can lose weight forever and keep it off, and to learn how to adopt the habits of health so that they create that lifelong transformation. And our coaches are not there to teach the habits of health. Our coaches are a guide, an example, a model, somebody that can be as a mentor to another individual to show them what they're doing to adopt the habits of health and share with them resources and tools to help other individuals to overcome their barriers. Our Optavia community is the virtual clinic. It's the virtual community of individuals that are all around the United States and soon to be the world. This virtual community is actually open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. This is a place where people can plug in at their own leisure to get help and to get health from other individuals and health professionals and things like tonight's webinar. We do these webinars on a regular basis to help inspire and educate and bring individuals together so that they can share this journey with others who have also been healthy. So the fueling program is really an amazing program that we'll get into in a little bit more detail, but the amazing fueling system is a strategy that's been clinically proven and medically tested to create very predictable outcomes. And so many individuals are raving about our fueling model and the way that we use healthy grab-and-go nutrition to make eating healthy simple, safe, and structured. So what does the Optavia coach do? Well, Optavia coaches are just individuals that are growing in knowledge and who are caring individuals that are willing to support individuals on a one-on-one basis. So our coaches usually have a phone call or a personal conversation with an individual each week that lasts about 5 to 15 minutes. Those personal conversations make an individual on their health journey feel supported and encouraged and guided. Through virtual communication, like using text messaging and email or social media messaging, we can meet people on the speed of life, and we can help them to overcome the barriers of maybe feeling discouraged or lacking in belief. And we can guide them to making healthier lifestyle choices. We can also awaken them to helping them to get educated. You know, having a personal mentor or having a guide that's encouraging you and holding you accountable can help you to learn more and actually become more. And that doesn't necessarily require a lot of time from the coach. The coach is just there to give individuals the next step so that they can take the steps towards creating health in their life. By doing this, they're able to awaken individuals to transform their lives. And one of our panelists tonight is going to tell you a little bit more about her journey into getting into the dental profession and how she used this health coaching program to transform her health and then to transform her life. Cindy, welcome to the webinar.
Hey, thank you so much, David, for having me on. I'm going to go ahead and just start with my own personal story, and it's probably very similar to so many of your stories. It could be, you know, for me, it was a yo-yo from grade school on, up and down, gain and lose, gain more, lose more, exercise, and it was crazy, and it was just that balance I didn't have. And it was really hard for me because I have an amazing husband, Boyd, who works very hard, 2 great kids. I love my job as a dental hygienist. I went into dental hygiene initially to have freedom and flexibility because I wanted to be a mom and I wanted to make sure that I was going to have the time and the ability to do all those things. But I didn't have that one connection. I had a hard time trying to figure out how to be, at that point, I thought to be skinny. Didn't realize it was more about health. Well, in walks my, I end up meeting my health coach, Mitzi Carland, who is one of my very best friends. And thank God for her that, you know, God brought her into my life. It took me a good 6 months to even listen to anything that she had to say, because I was so busy being right. I knew it all. I had done it all, but she was patient, persistent, and just leaned in a little bit. And June of 2012, I went ahead and started a program to kind of prove her wrong, because I didn't think it was gonna work. But literally by day 4, I was feeling great. That brain fog was gone. And then just a few weeks down the road, I had my class reunion. I was able to put on a pair of black shorts that were 2 sizes smaller and a shirt. And it was that memory. I just felt great. So what happens when you start to feel really good and you start to, people start to notice, and my patients started to notice. And, some of them, when I actually, my goal was to lose probably 25 pounds, didn't realize that still was not a healthy BMI. So I ended up losing 48 pounds in 3.5 months. And my patients were concerned. They thought, man, are you okay? Do you have cancer? I said, no, I was just chubby, So anyway, so it leads me on to the next thing, where people were asking, what was I doing? And I passed everybody to Mitzi. At that time, my husband worked in Seattle, commuted 4 hours to work an 8-hour job. My kids were in elementary school and junior high. I mean, you probably know what the story is. I'm just too busy. I don't have time. I don't have time to coach. Well, the reason I went into dental hygiene at the very beginning was for freedom, time freedom, and to be able to be home with my family. Now, I still currently am working 2 days a week. I love my job. I love my patients, and I feel very fortunate to have a home-based business such as Optavia, that I am able to love on people, coach from the football field, coach from waiting for them after practice, on the plane, wherever. I feel very blessed to have this tool. As I've gone on, I guess I really want to say that what this has done is it has given me, instead of having fear, it has given me so much more freedom. My dad told me early on, years and years ago, he says, if you find your passion and it goes into your purpose, you find your passion, it goes into your purpose, and then it's golden. And I really do feel that my passion with dental hygiene was a purpose. It served me very well. I love the flexibility that I have. But now I don't have to work extra at the office to plan for a trip. I don't have to do those extra days, even though I love my patients, like I said. But now I'm able to acquire and have people in my life that are filling me up. And I know my clients and my coaches, they think I'm helping them, but you know what? The secret is that they're helping me. They're helping me be the best that I possibly can be. Optavia is, like David said, so much more. It's not a weight loss program. We are a personal development company, and we do have a weight loss component, and that's what I needed to begin with. I'm going to go ahead and close with the 3 freedoms that I feel. The first one is the mental freedom. I started to lose the weight, but what I gained was waking up in the morning and not thinking, what am I going to put on? I don't feel good. Not having that constant fear of not feeling good enough. It's debilitating. The next part is the financial freedom. This is crazy. This is just a crazy business there's absolutely no limits. My daughter Molly graduated from high school last June and also did Running Start. I call it, she's in New Zealand right now, and I call it a YWAM extravaganza. She is there for 5 months, and we were able to pay for her whole schooling with a month of our Optavia earnings. And it's unbelievable. And we get to go visit her next month. That is something that we would not have ever been able to do. The physical freedom, it is just an amazing thing to know that I have kept my weight off. Yes, I've gone up a few pounds here or there, but that is the least of my worries. It's now helping more people, finding more people that are wanting to stay home and work from home, and keeping families together. So thank you so much, Dave, for having me on the call.
You bet. Well, before I let you go, Cindy, one question is, what is this outfit of the tooth? And do you have to do that anymore now that you're a health coach?
Okay, so funny. Okay, that means I really love dental hygiene. It was at the Washington State Dental Convention, and they had a t-shirt that said Teeth Geek, and I said, I want that. And she says, put the tooth on and walk around. I thought, okay. So I did, and my whole office that I was with, they were like, leave me alone, and I'm chasing them. So I love teeth. I think teeth and dental hygiene has been a fabulous career for me. So, yep.
That's awesome. And Cindy just wants to remind everybody that you really don't have to floss except the ones you want to keep. Right?
Amen. That's
All
right.
right. Little dental joke. So Cindy, before we let you go, about how many hours do you devote to health coaching on average each week?
I would probably say, 15 maybe at the most, 15 to 20. And that's the thing is that, when you love something, it's not a job. And so, you put it in the nooks and crannies. I just, like I said, I'll do it first thing in the morning. I'll do it, throughout the day. Anyway, it's, not very many hours.
That's great. So some people start with their spare time and they just do it in the nooks and crannies of their day, as Cindy said, and some people choose to do it part-time and they use it as a way to supplement another job that they already have, or maybe they just use it as additional income, and some people decide to do it full-time. And we'll talk a little bit more about that at the end of the presentation. We talked about the first two components of the program, and the first one was the Optavia Coach, and the second one was the Healthy Lifestyle Program, the Habits of Health. The third component of our program is the Optavia Community. This is where people get an opportunity to plug into other individuals and health professionals that they can get information from. So when we offer the Optavia Coach opportunity to people, oftentimes people misconceive what it is that they're doing. They think that it's all about them. They think that they have to be perfect, they have to be at their healthy weight, they have to be perfect with the habits of health, they have to be educated. But being an Optavia Coach is really not that at all. Being an Optavia Coach is actually being somebody that's willing to continue their journey by helping others to start their own. That's it. When you have a desire to help other people to start their journey and to continue their journey while you continue your journey, and you plug the other individuals into the Optavia community and the support resources, you'll find that people that want to get healthy are wanting to do it with you, not because of you, not because you're perfect and you reached the top of the mountain and told them how to climb the mountain. They just want to know how to get started. They want to know how to be a part of what it is that you're doing. And so if you're thinking right now, well, maybe later after I get done with my journey, or once I'm a little bit farther along, you're not alone. Most of us thought that way. But what we learned was it wasn't about us. It was actually about the system. And the system works because the system works, not because we work all the time. Now, what does work extremely well is the fourth component of our program, and that's the fuelings. We teach people to eat 6 times per day, every 2 to 3 hours, and to drink 64 ounces of water or more if they can, and if it's healthy for their body. We provide them with nutrient-dense, carbohydrate-controlled, balanced protein and carbohydrate all throughout the day, and we use a scientifically proven nutrition profile to give individuals the nutrition that their body needs without all that excess calories. So what we're doing is we're giving individuals a meal plan that is meeting their dietary preferences and their dietary needs and helping them to achieve their health goals. A lot of individuals will use what's called our 5-in-1 plan for simplicity and very predictable results. What that consists of is 5 of our fuelings. Now we have over 60 different fueling options people can choose from with lots of different tastes, textures, and flavors, some hot, some cold, some spicy, some salty, some sweet, and then lots of variety in between. And what individuals do is they eat one of our fuelings or a healthy lean and green meal every 2 to 3 hours, and they have 6 different fuelings a day. All of our compensation comes from our fueling system. And while some people think, well, I don't know if I want to sell food, you're not selling food at all. You're simply showing people a nutritional plan that helps them to get very predictable results and that's scientifically proven to create predictable transformation. People can choose to eat what they want, but if you show them how to eat according to one of our meal plans that's been tested, formulated, and scientifically proven, you can give people predictable results. If they want to choose to eat healthy, natural food, you can still support them with our healthy community and with our Habits of Health system. To tell you a little bit more about her journey, I'd love to have Debbie come in. Debbie doesn't have a massive weight loss, but what she's lost and what she's gained in this journey, I'm sure it will inspire you. Debbie, welcome to the webinar.
Thank you very much, David. It is so awesome to be here with these rock star people. Thank you for putting the dental community itself here with everybody. And yes, as David said, I didn't come into health coaching or into Optavia for a real weight loss story. I was, yes, a dental hygienist. I absolutely loved being a dental hygienist. I had ideally wanted to be a dentist, but as you can see in the middle picture there, I met an amazing man and began an amazing family and put my dental career on hold. But dental hygiene was a pure joy. And I loved working with people, especially the one-on-one part of it. And that was something that I found with health coaching. But so health was always super important for me. But I was one of those let's fake it health people, right? So I looked healthy on the outside. I mean, I did all the right things. I ran half marathons. I lifted weights. I was joined to every gym around here. I did everything from, I don't know, pick a weight thing. I did it, right? But I would do all that because I was eating donuts before I did it. Right. And, or I was making, I hope my family's not on here. I was making peanut butter and jelly sandwiches with Pop-Tarts. Okay. If anybody's ever done that, it was awesome. But you know, you can't be, I mean, I'm the oldest one in this little category of four of these amazing women here. And so I did that for a long time, and you can't do that. That catches up to you, and it did. So a couple years ago, I found myself in a lot of inflammation. So Susan, I loved that whole thing you did on inflammation. It was fantastic. But I found myself laying on the floor over here on the floor in a lot of pain, and didn't know what to do because now I couldn't be my healthy self, right? But I didn't stop eating, so I started gaining weight then. But the inflammation really kind of rocked my world, both physically and mentally. I started to see my doctor, who I always said, I don't have to see my doctor. And so I started going to see her, you know, a couple times, 2, 3, 4 times a month. And as much as I loved her, all I wanted was a pill, right? She was very smart. She's an amazing woman. So here I go to my doctor, and of course I'm asking for more pain medicine, and she offers me this opportunity. And at first I'm like, what? I don't even understand that. I don't need to lose weight. And then she started to explain to me the inflammation factor. So I got to watch my now doctor turn into my health coach. So she took off her doctor's hat and now became my personal health coach. And that was an incredible thing for me to see, for the health community to step out of their little operatory and then to come into personally into individuals' lives. Well, back to dental hygiene. I ended up having to leave. I was pregnant with my third son and moved out of state. So I couldn't really go back to dental hygiene. And of course, by then, you know, there was no way I was going to be a dentist. It was just too much on my plate, so to speak. That's kind of funny. On my plate. Okay. But anyway, so I started teaching and whatever, but my passion was never in anything. When this came, even though I was in so much pain, like Cindy said, I was probably in my third week when I finally went on the program, and that mental fog started to lift. And what I did was basically lift. I got off the floor, and at my age at that time, I was 50-some thing, and what I realized was women my age could now come out of that fog, and I was losing weight in my belly, and I didn't even think I needed to lose weight, right? So I ended up losing 25 pounds and began to see so clearly a vision of where my purpose and my passion could come together in this health coaching business. And I started from day one. Sharon, Dr. Fleischer. Oh, I should call her Dr. Fleischer, Dr. Sharon Fleischer. She didn't even have to ask me to coach. I was shaking her. How do I do this? How do I tell more people about it? The word for this has got to get out. So right away, I was probably 3 weeks in, signed up as a health coach. I have never looked back, never looked back. Although dental hygiene was fantastic, it has helped so much in my health coaching career. I mean, it's a one-on-one relational thing. You know, I get to let everybody else talk rather than me putting my hands in someone else's mouth and talking with them. I love to listen to more people, to dream, and this program helps me to do that and helps me to create amazing lives. So 2 years ago, I'm on the floor in pain, and not 4 months ago, that was 2016, not 4 or 5 months ago, I hiked the Inca Trail to Machu Picchu and paid for that whole trip because I was a health coach. Now that is full circle. That is mental, physical, and financial freedom all in itself in this business. That is what's phenomenal about this coaching business. And if you are on the bench, and I talked to somebody today, JD, I know you're on here. If you are on the bench and you're not sure, you have got to try this out. You have got to take a look at this because all 3 of the trilogy are right there waiting for you. And that's what I want to leave you with.
So good, Debbie. And that leads us right into what it is that we really offer individuals. And so, you know, whether you're looking for better physical health or better mental health or better financial health or all 3, we've got an offering for you. And what we do with individuals is we help them to clarify where they're at by helping them to gauge their starting point. And then what we do is we help them to establish their desired outcome, and we help them to clarify what would they really like to be, do, and have. And then we use this amazing vehicle of Optavia, the program and the opportunity, to help them to create health. And the only way that they can do that is by adopting the habits of health and helping others to do the exact same thing. And I'm going to have Susan come on and talk a little bit more about how she's been able to live that trilogy as an Optavia coach. Susan?
Hey, thanks, David. And this is such an honor. To be honest, like, I'm just going to be really, hopefully, okay if I'm just unplugged and just share, like, my heart tonight. You know, as a girl, I wanted to be in the healthcare field. Like, I knew I wanted to be in the healthcare field. I didn't know what that looked like. And I actually went to college to do pre-med. And I remember this advisor that was like asking me about my life goals, which is a great advisor, by the way. And I kept bringing up that I knew I wanted to be a mom. Like, I just knew I would one day, like, you know, my Prince Charming would come in, you know, I'd have the, you know, boy, girl, white picket fence. I did get the boy, girl, no white picket fence, but all good. Point is she kind of guided me towards, like, you know, what it would take to really go be a doctor and maybe some other, like, good mom jobs, right? And hygiene was, like, one I kind of threw around, and that's how I fell into the hygiene world. What I loved most is I loved my patients. I am a people person, and I loved the oral health education side of it. I loved, and my favorite days and moments when I look back would be when a patient would come in and they'd actually make change. Like, something would shift in their mouth. And I'm telling you, it's small, right? Those mouths are small, but something would, like, change, or they would have, like, a new awakening. And I knew that was really my sweet spot when I could help people actually create change. And I knew in deep inside me, I was seeking something really more. And in came Optavia in a time in my life where I had these 2 beautiful kids. And I'll be honest, I felt like I wanted more freedom and flexibility in my life. Like, hygiene wasn't doing it for me. I mean, I'm just going to be, I know I loved Cindy and Debbie are like, we love hygiene. For me, and like, if I really get honest, in the heart of my being, I loved the opportunity it gave me to work part-time. But what I wanted was more fulfillment. I wanted more flexibility. I wanted to be able to have the opportunity to make more income. You know, I got out of school, I made this, and 10 years later, I made this. You know what I mean? And so I knew I had more in me. I wanted an ability to develop leadership skills and personal growth and development and community and to travel more and all these things. And so I didn't know what I was looking for or how I was going to find it. But I too found through the Healthy Body, I was able to lose 35 pounds. And, you know, I just was like, wait a minute. And then there's all these people in my world that were asking me. And the first client, you will never forget your first client if you join us, just so you know. When they were like, you are changing my life. I was like, I practiced hygiene for 9 years. No one has ever said that to me. I have been chairside with them. I've spent hours with them. I have learned all about their family, but I've never actually felt like I was changing their life. And that I was like, I'm in. You got me, Optavia. So here I was, knowing I wanted to make a bigger impact, that I wanted a better financial vehicle for my family. And so I was actually, walked away from hygiene 7 years ago. I was able to more than double my hygiene income within my first year. So it was very comfortable for me to make that decision. And then, was able to retire my husband, bring him home, and also retire my parents and create things I was never going to be able to do in the hygiene world, all the while raising my kids. You saw those cutie patooties on the last slide. They're my world. They're my why, is why I do this. And so just to kind of wrap up tonight, is I know there's dental professionals on the call, is that what we do complements the dental profession extremely well. And I actually went to my doctor. I worked for him for 9 years. He was a fabulous man. I was having all this success. I was helping some coworkers. And I said, I have patients coming in with this rap sheet of all these ailments and all these medications that they're on. And I knew I had this answer. Could I talk to the patients? And he said, no. And he said no because he didn't see the correlation between actually helping people get healthy in the oral cavity, or even though he was all about patient care. And I just knew I needed to go because I felt like I was not giving my best self. That oral health education chair side turned into like, I needed to offer them more, and I couldn't stay there in an authentic way. And so, but if this could look a couple different ways. It can complement what you currently do and bring into your practice. For those patients that are coming to you, they see you more often than they see their doctor. They come to you twice a year. They haven't seen their doctor in years. You know those patients, and they're coming to you and they're talking to you about all the health things that are going on. You could have an option for them to create a wellness program in your practice, which would be phenomenal. Because Optavia could really step in and assist in that way. It can serve people, it can be an extension of what you do. And it also, for some of you that may be like me, that are looking for a vocation change. So I know I'm super passionate. I'm putting the call out there. I just know that we have not really tapped into the dental community of the impact that we can make and the amount of people that you already serve. And could you imagine a dental community that's treating the whole individual and not just the mouth, not separating it? Because we all know that you can't separate it, right? Because what's going on in the body is showing up in the mouth. And so when we can really treat the whole person, and you can have them be part of a community and be getting healthy mentally and physically. Anyways, that's really my call out tonight. Thank you, David, for asking me to share. But that's really my story in a nutshell, why I'm here. Optavia is my home. I planted my flag, and I'm letting my hygiene license. I've kept it, believe it or not, because somewhere along the line I heard, don't let your license lapse. But this year I am not renewing. And just, I'm not going back. It's not happening. So, all right.
Awesome. So awesome to see your enthusiasm. And, what if there was a health coach in each dental office in the country, just to be able to provide services when needed from patients who wanted to create optimal health and well-being in their life, who wanted to create a healthier lifestyle. And if it was an option to be able to partner with a health coach who was maybe a staff member or a hygienist who had passion like Susan did for health. What a great opportunity. What an amazing opportunity to create an epicenter of healthy lifestyle habits. So you might be thinking of all the reasons of why you want to become an Optavia coach, and there are many more than the ones that are on the screen. But the stories that you're hearing tonight are really the reasons. People want to get healthy physically. They want to get healthier mentally. They want to get healthy financially, and they want to leave a legacy. And our last panelist has an amazing story, and she too worked in the dental field, but then found her passion with Optavia coaching. Susie, welcome to the webinar.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you asking me to be a part of this. I mean, it's hard to follow these ladies, so I'll do my best. And we're on the East Coast here, so we're in the middle of a snowstorm. So I'm not promising anything with my internet or my dog barking in the background. But yeah, my story is I always knew I wanted more. I graduated with a 2-year degree in accounting, and I just didn't feel fulfilled. And so I didn't know what I was looking for. My brother's brother-in-law became a dentist, and so he had me come on board as a dental assistant, and I loved it. I loved dental assisting. I got, certified in x-rays, and I loved that, but I still felt like there was more. There was something more for me. So I became good friends with the hygienist in our office, and she loved her job. And so I decided, you know what, I'm going to become a dental hygienist. I went back to school. I got my 4-year degree, my bachelor's in dental hygiene. And I felt like I was really good at it. I loved the people I was in school with. I was class president. It was my passion. It's pretty funny. In our yearbook, it said, what are you going to do? I said dental hygiene and dental sales. I just knew something in the dental business I wanted to create. But so I went into dental hygiene, and I had my license in the DC area, and then eventually in the Massachusetts area. And I still felt like there was more. There was something more. I got a lot of gratitude out of taking, a patient's mouth that came in that, needed a lot of work. And then when they came back the next time, it was a lot healthier. So I felt very gratified with that, but there's still more that I was looking for. But I kept my relationships with these patients because, as Susan said and others said, when you're with someone twice a year, sometimes 4 times a year, you build up a relationship and they refer to you. And it's a special bond. So I kept these relationships over the year. I love networking like that. And so I went on to selling digital radiography. It was early on, and so I sold for 2 different companies and was in a lot of different dental offices. So again, I'm making friends with. I have a whole group of network that's the dental industry. I also did some consulting in the dental offices. I can show offices how to run very efficiently, and I just love the business side of it. So this was my passion for so long, and then I started to want more out of life, and I went into different areas. And then I had some sudden loss in my life. I lost my mother suddenly, and it rerouted me coming back to Maryland. And when you were least expecting it, a family started, and it just kept going. I have 4 children, and so life happens. I had 2 major losses. I've had divorce. I'm remarried for the past 10 years, and what's happened over those years is my health. It took a toll on my health. You have all those different dynamics. It really took a toll. But I will tell you, having that network of my dental background, I still am in touch with so many people. When I found Optavia, and it immediately started working for me, like most of you know what happens by day 4, something clicked with me. I knew that I had to help others. And I've always had the passion for helping others, but I didn't know what the vehicle was going to be. By the end of the first week, I became a coach with Optavia. And I will tell you, within 5 months, I stopped doing everything else. I put all my energy into this, because when you have somebody call you and they're crying because they just got off a plane because they didn't have to wear a seatbelt extender, you're in the right place. I mean, we are changing lives, and the impact that you can have on people's lives, you just can't have that same impact in the dental industry. And I just knew I was looking for that. So through this journey, and now we've been able to help so many people. It's been 4 years that I've been coaching. My husband, I left my job, and 5 months in, my husband left his job 3 months later. So we have been all in since around September of 2015. To say it's been life-changing is an understatement. You don't realize when you're getting healthy. When you first think about health, you think of the physical aspect of it. And to tell you what happened there, that's pretty incredible. It's been 4 years. That's incredible. But where our lives became more enriched, our family started to feel it. They started to see what we were able to do with them more and more. It is this ripple effect of everyone around you. And to watch my friends, my dental hygiene friends, get on program and see their lives improving, because, it's a sedentary type of job. And it's pretty awesome to see that happen. And the referrals that they sent over to me, and some became coaches. We also have dentists as coaches. It's been pretty incredible. But what happens in your mindset and your mental health when you become, a coach with Optavia? You don't expect this. I will tell you, the growth that you see mentally that's the most, I think, invaluable thing there. The personal growth in your relationships, in your mindset, how you look at things, how you are in your environment, everything starts to improve. And that was something that was huge for me and my husband. And I love seeing that in my friends and my family. That's pretty incredible. When you're helping others with a servant mindset, and I didn't come into this with that. You are helping people. The money is secondary. But when you're helping people and lives are changing, and everyone wants what they have, it becomes quite lucrative. And I will say we're very, very blessed what's happened here. I never thought I'd be able to say that we're earning probably 6-7 times combined what both my husband and I used to make. It's been life-changing, but what is important to us, what our dreams were, we're able to see and start fulfilling. We have 4 kids. 2 of them had some sort of special needs. They needed special schooling that we never could have been able to afford. Optavia has been blessing us with that they can easily do that, and they're able to thrive. And that's what this is about, is seeing how you can help others thrive. If anyone you know in the dental profession, any profession, I mean, we're seeing it with teachers, we're seeing it in every, someone wrote about executives. I mean, we have CEOs, we have people that they're seeing this happen. They're seeing the changes happen in their lives, because just because you have all the money in the world doesn't mean you're in health in all areas. Just because you're in perfect shape in your physical health doesn't mean all areas of your life are healthy. And what Optavia can provide is the balance that you're looking for to be able to be in optimal health in all areas of your life. So it's been truly a blessing, and I'm grateful because my dental hygiene and my dental background has led me to where I am today, and I don't know that I would be here without that. So I'm grateful for that. Thank you so much for asking me to share, and thank you again.
Yeah, I'm not sure I know how to follow that. Goodness gracious, girl. I mean, if there's a microphone, drop it, would you? Because what an amazing job, Susie, and all of our panelists giving such a great trilogy story of all the things that have changed in their life. And that's what's possible. So how does this work for you? Well, just to give you clarity, this is not a sales position. This is a relationship business. This is a business of sharing and caring, not selling and telling. And you're independent. You're self-employed. You choose how much you want to do. There's no quotas or performance standards that you have to meet to be paid as a coach. You don't have to have ongoing purchases of things that you don't want. There's no inventory. And there's a complete training and support system. So we actually do a thing called team coaching, where we do mentoring. We actually get a chance to bring new coaches on, and you work in a mentorship model. You use an online training portal at your convenience. You don't have to attend classes or go away to school. You don't have to pay high cost to become a coach. It's a $199 investment, and that includes everything that you need to run your own health coaching business through Optavia, and all of the training is included in that. There are optional training events that you can attend, but they're not required. And so what does this look like for you from a financial perspective? Well, it is an opportunity. It's not a job. There's no income floor and there's no income ceiling. You get paid based upon your efforts, and the efforts that you put forth to get others healthy will reward you with compensation, both in goodwill and in income compensation. And all of your efforts are based, or all of your earnings are based upon your efforts. And so the more that you put in, the more that you can earn. Don't do anything and you won't earn very much money, which is a great business model to have for those people that want to be rewarded on their efforts. So if you've been inspired by this presentation, if you'd like to learn more about how to explore the Optavia coach community, reach back to the person that invited you, because we would love to have you join our community, and there couldn't be a better time. So on behalf of all the panelists, I just want to say thanks for joining us. And if you enjoyed this webinar and you like this video, please share it with somebody when you get a chance to view the recording or you get a chance to see it online. Thanks so much, everybody, and have a great night.
This audio may have contained the personal testimonials of some Optavia coaches or clients of Optavia. The results relayed in these messages are based on the unique experiences of the participants, and we cannot guarantee like or similar outcomes. While you may be inspired by these accounts, please note that any stories of success have not been verified, and your individual path to optimal health will vary. As always, it is our recommendation that you consult with a healthcare provider before starting a weight loss program. Yours in health, the Optavia team.